So that journey from the point of establishing agreement about marrying each other to the altar, that's courtship. And there's a reason why people will have different counsels as touching the length. But I personally advise people, for the sake of purity, I don't advise it to be excessively long. Is that okay now? Very important. All right? But there's a reason why we have that space of time. Why? So that the two people getting married will not be strangers. They will get to communicate. See, communication in a relationship cannot be overemphasized. That two people that are in love can sit down and have intellectual discussion. I'm not talking about what's your favorite color. Intellectual what? Somebody say after I say intellectual discussion. It doesn't grow on people's head because they're about to marry. If you can't discuss intellectually on a normal day, when you get engaged, you will still keep dropping. Dialoguing, talking, not touching. Talking. And I've told you the principle. The moment you start touching, you can't talk. That's the principle. You have a spouse. Listen, the moment you open that door of touching, fondling, and all those things, once you have started, whenever you are supposed to talk, you just want to do it because you have taught yourself to do that. And what happens? At the end of the day, you get married, you start seeing things that should have been noticed when you were courting. All right? You start seeing the things that you should have dealt with when you were courting that you didn't deal with because you were seeing other things. And then you have to leave the first part of the marriage in battle. It is not always true that the first year in marriage will be full of disaster, battle, fighting. It is not always true. Many people have dealt with the things that give people a headache when they were courting. They've dealt with it. And I tell people, you are married, both of you, you are saying harsh words to your spouse, calling them names and calling other people names. You lack two things, both home training and spiritual training. Because correct training tells you that the fact that you are angry does not mean you should raise your voice. You were a Christian before you become a husband or a wife. True or not true? And you are still a Christian. I read something from Oyedepo's son and his wife now, when they were dating. They said the both of them made an agreement. It does not matter what the case is. Nobody is permitted to shout at each other. Many of you need to start learning that now. The way you slap your younger ones, you beat them, you scream at them, you are bringing the same culture into a relationship. If some people should talk to their spouse, you will think God didn't create that spouse. Look at the fellow. You will size someone up and you still intend to marry that individual. A learning process was missed. Are you following what I'm saying there? And these things has to be discussed in church. Because many people in the world are hungry that we found each other in church. How come this fellow didn't know these things? And that's why I place a disclaimer in the morning. Don't say, I found her in church, she must be perfect. There are different kinds of people in church. Both him or her. He's Papa's son or she's Papa's daughter. She must be. No. Even God has different kind of sons. Who am I? Every believer has the responsibility to personally allow themselves go to the rudiment of training. And I asked the question last year. If somebody marries you now, has the fellow been favored or judged? Do you get what I'm saying? If somebody marries you now, has the fellow been favored or judged? You see, our society is becoming increasingly vain, and it's difficult to address many issues. You can do anything to become a celebrity, including going out and just cursing at people. You can become a celebrity with that. I mean, you can have a group of adults in a house for a month or a few months, touching each other and just saying some funny stuff and all those things. Emerge, and then this fellow is already celebrated by governors, in the country. And you notice that none of those people who come out of those kind of platforms ever have any national contribution to our development. Nothing. You get what I'm saying now? So the same way is the case of a boy that is proud because he's handsome, or a girl that is proud because she's beautiful. You didn't work to get it. You were born that way. The same way anybody can be born with any color of hair. You can only boast of what you worked for. Two people worked together and then somehow you were produced. You give God praise for that. If that beauty is all you are bringing to the table, whether you're a virgin or not, you're a foolish virgin. And I'm very, very serious with you. And I'm not going to mince word. There are so many Christians you can't bring to the table of intellectual discussion. They can pray, but they cannot connect. You don't seem to like what I'm saying. They can what? Now, having prayed, can we talk about that business and all those things? In the past 1 year of running this business, what's your gross profit? Okay, what's your net profit? Say net. Are you following what I'm saying? Two people are coming together with the sole purpose of helping each other fulfill destiny. Listen to me, men. Women are not the only helper. You are also a kind of helper. Because if a woman, if all her dreams will have to die because she's marrying you, you are a wrong man. Many men, I saw a video yesterday. I've never seen that type before. The man was saying on television that every month the wife brings the salary, and he told her, don't frown when you're adopting your salary, that he sit at home and then, I don't know if you saw that video. Okay, am I the only one seeing all these things? Yeah. That he told her, you don't frown when you are bringing your money. He said he sit at home, she go and work for the money, and then she bring the money to the house. She go and work for the money, right? You sit at home and cross your leg and you hit the money. Yeah. Some girls don't mind. Do you mind? Listen to me. Hear me. It is for issues like this that we tell people to talk. Talk. The guy is saying, anything you say. Anything you say. You can't even look at his eyes. You will soon lift up your head so you get. See, I'm just shy whenever I'm around him. Talk. See, hear me. There is something about foolishness. It is revealed in communication. The Bible said if a man should keep quiet, silence will cover it up. You will assume he's wise. Let him talk. Let her talk. Dig it out. Ask questions about different corners. Thank me later. I shared that story with you. I had some funny stories like that. Myself and some boys in our area were learning how to toast a girl. Yeah. Then we call it toasting. One of those girls brought a letter I wrote to her to come and show my father. Fortunately for me, I met her at the gate. I was kneeling down. I'm begging. But there was this particular girl who were just learning. Child. I wish I spent those times growing. But now I might have become more. So the girl will pass, so I say, you go and meet her. It was a thing of who we go and meet her. And that's how some girls have been gotten. It was just who will go for us. No, do you get what I'm saying? They just want to catch cruise. So finally, I said, let me go. That's how I went to meet the girl. In those days, I used to walk like this. Yeah, that's how I was. So I went there. How far are you doing? Just try to talk and all those things. The mistake I made, I was the only one talking. I talked and talked. She was just smiling and blushing. Yeah. So I was waiting for a response on something I said. She looked at me. In my heart, I was just like, right? I can bear she ready. And my father know they are allowed. If you I said, what you say? I don't know what you are talking about. I escaped, my brothers. I didn't even wait for her to finish the whole story. Let people talk. Don't say I know what he will say. No. Even God waited for Abraham to almost kill Isaac to say, now I know. But you say, I know, don't worry. let her ask questions about everything. What our plan? You see, there are areas to discuss well. One of those areas is the area of money. What money can cost in a home, you don't know. Yeah. You ask the girl, what's your plan? Do you plan to work? Or you plan to run a business? Then, if you know the fellow is same business and you know what this fellow is saying, you don't have the capital, ask, what's your intention about the capital? Where will you get the capital from? Before it becomes state and capital, ask. What's your plan? How will you get the capital? This thing you are saying is about 10 point something million. You might be the capital, you don't know, and you don't have it. If you have it, it's good. Ask question about doctrinal persuasions. What do you believe? So ask. There are folks we're discussing in School of Ministry, right? That we're talking about a man that carried her and was teaching her that even if they sleep together, she's still very fine. So it may be someone like that. Ask him that, what do you feel? If we do this thing now, we are still fine. You say, let me even show you. There's a scripture to back that up. So ask him. Sometimes it is not the guy that is always demanding for. So it can be the girl. I've seen dangerous girls. Yeah. A girl stood up in Sunday school in church when I was still pastoring somewhere and was saying that she cannot marry a guy she has not tested. I said, is he tired? She said, no, she has to test him. She was not asking in a sheet of paper. She asked that, how will I know that he can perform? You trust God that he will perform. Yeah. Many people have asked that question. How will I know that the man can? That's why in churches now they do tests in those areas. When you get to the bridge, we'll tell you. You do tests. They will check you up in the hospital. I've seen cases of brothers who married a girl. After that matter, say, please, we will not live by bread alone. It's not just by this thing. The opposite is that so we can be praying. It's important, but we're not talking about that yet. So, ask. There's a time to ask those kind of questions. Don't say he's a pastor, I won't ask you. Ask. You should be asked too. In fact, now I suspect people more when they are pastors. Because there's been so much disappointment. Sorry to say that, but it's true. It is a stage to ask questions and then to make observations. Make observations. When you hold his phone and you go to his search button, what are you seeing? Different girls from Vanessa to Kelechi. You are seeing different girls and all those things. That's trouble. Ask him. Some ladies keep quiet about what they will later cry about. Say it now. That you are talking a girl past, check the direction of his eyes. Some people can keep focus on you and also, people are dangerous, man. And that's why, I'm not saying suspect men, but be intelligent to know them. Be intelligent. Observe. I don't know. God will help us. Again, I'm saying God will help us. Many of the things people are later crying about in marriage could have been checked while dating. This fellow talks to you anyhow. You must have started interests. You must have. Does he respect you? Because respect is important on both sides. I don't like the way we just accredit respect to the African man and forget that the woman should be respected also. A man will talk that a woman cut her to sizes and all she is to be the mother of his children. I mean, please check the mentality of the person you want to marry. Beauty may bring the fellow, but the mentality is what matters. How does this fellow think? What is the filter on this fellow's mind? How does this fellow see life? Have parameters that you check. And hear me, when you do see a red flag, there are red flags that can be corrected. There are red flags that the only solution is to run. Are you following what I'm saying here? Do you get what I'm saying? You don't understand. Do you get what I'm saying? Let me tell you something practical. Here's a lady in love with a guy, and the guy is all good, he's calm, he's everything you want in a man. But you notice that he does not take instruction from anybody, doesn't believe in leadership. That's a major red sign, right? That's a major red sign. Many Christians don't bother to ask, who are you submitted to? Who are you accountable to? When things go south, who do we call? When you are misbehaving, who should we call? Who will answer all those things? You know, I've seen people that the moment they get in a relationship, they start cutting friends away, say, we don't want to see his friend, just us, just doing our thing. The days will come, you will beg them back. Because it is a dangerous thing if the fellow you're about to marry is trying to strip you of people. This fellow has come, look at your roommate, I don't like the roommate. Look at your pastor, you need to get out of that church. Look at it. It takes no reference from anyone, does not believe in it, tells you point blank that, what's the point? I don't see. And you believe in all those values. Two can't work together because they don't agree. Listen to me. This thing called I perceive is not a do or die affair. A broken relationship, a broken courtship is still a billion times better than a broken marriage. A billion times. Why? You have a destiny to protect. Are you following what I'm saying now? Check the fellow. What's this fellow's mentality towards honor? If you marry this man, will your parents be safe to come to the house? I shared a story with you. I think this happened. Let me share two stories with you. I've shared one with you before. Of this guy that got married, I think it was about 2 years ago. And something happened on that wedding day that has to do with meat, cooler, where they drop all those things and all. And there was an argument between himself and the mother-in-law. Right there and then, he punched the mother-in-law on that same wedding day. He gave her one punch, she dropped. He punched her. The brother of the wife came and all, he knocked him out. On that same wedding day, the wife took another car. I'm telling you something that happened. Took another car to her parents' house, of course, with the mother going to the hospital, and the guy with his friends. How did they get there? That kind of relation should not have survived to that point. And now they've joined you together. I shared another one of a guy on his bachelor's eve, or what they call it. He got drunk alone in a beer parlor. Every effort to wake him up didn't work. He woke up the following day. They were 20 minutes into the wedding program. He got up and went home, picked the suit, wear it on jeans. He was buttoning the white shirt on bike. He didn't brush, he didn't comb, dashed into the place. When they finished signing all the wedding documents and they gave the wife, he collected it, folded it, and put it in his back pocket. When they said, you may kiss the bride, he said, there's no need. I'm telling you something that happened. It is one thing to say, so a guy like this can exist. Another thing to say, so a girl can marry a guy like this. Don't let the fact that you want to get that area fixed shut your eyes from seeing what you should see. There are dangerous folks everywhere. Life has planted many things in them. You didn't sow it. Don't repeat. Don't say God is for. Is this God? It is person. See, marriage is not a dealing. What did I say? Marriage is not what? I am not being dealt with by God for marrying my wife. It's not a dealing. He said, I would have not married her. If the moment it has become a thing, if it is not God, I would not have married you. You are in a relationship. Marriage is not a what? Dealing. And ladies, I'm a single lady. I'm a single. Wired to help. You can't help everybody. There are people that their case, even if you were to live life 20 times, you still can't do their case. In the 20th time, gather all those experiences together, you are not qualified for the job. Only God is. Leave them to God to help them. Or a woman that didn't pray. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. Leave them to God or a woman that didn't. Now you men are very quiet. Some men are project. Their mothers didn't succeed, you can't. That's a very bitter truth. I say, I'm his helper. God has. I've seen people make ridiculous joke. You see, your story, your life either becomes a very sweet story or a lesson. I mean, it will shock you. See, when I'm saying these things, some of you are saying, we are in church now. No, let's say it. There are people in church who are offering a guy sex, saying that he wants it and I have to satisfy him. Who told you it is at that level you start satisfying him? Because even this thing called satisfaction itself, let's break it down. Because Some people are superfluity of nothingness. You can't satisfy them. Only you can. How they sing that song? Only you can satisfy. Only God can. Because they've gone far. You are just starting your life early. You think you can carry their load. All right. And I sense the hand of God strongly upon me, telling me to warn you. I have prayed. God has said you are the one still talk. There are things God didn't tell you. And He won't tell you. Because they have to be gotten in communication. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. Praise God.